Go. All right, we are live. Just a couple seconds here, about 20 seconds till we jump on starting this webinar, which is going to be on free live streaming services. Oop. Let's put that back on.
All right.
So I need to update that.
And ad hoc streaming service.
Ad hoc. Okay, it's free versus paid live streaming. So I learned about a lot of new ones lately, so we wanted to show that off. And I guess without further ado, let's get started.
All right. And just so everyone's aware, there's plenty of streaming services out there. There's probably no way we could ever cover them all, especially in one webinar. But there are plenty of options. We're going to cover a few, and that's paid versus live, or paid versus free. And
Yes.
Hopefully you guys can learn a little bit about the differences between the two.
So I came up with, I think, 6 free live streaming services, which last time we did a webinar on this, we only had found 4 or 5. And actually, Steven, you helped me find a couple of these, so I'm glad you're here. After I saw you use Joycaster, I started to realize that there are a lot of free live streaming services out there, which is awesome. One of the free live streaming services that we're using right now is YouTube Live.
Obviously,
right?
That's a popular one.
And then we're also using Blab simultaneously, and I haven't gotten the setup perfect yet. In a perfect world, we'd take our high-quality audio. I've got a DPA headset mic here. Pat's got a Shure lapel mic, and that audio is going directly through vMix to YouTube Live. Ideally, we would have that audio also sent, split virtually, and also sent to Blab. So I didn't get a chance to get that set up yet. Hopefully we'll do that for the next setup. But we did an audio upgrade, so our audio should sound a lot better on YouTube Live. And then we're using a Phoenix Audio Spider to pick me and Pat up, coming from Pat's audio. They don't sound that great, Steven, you're right. They sound a lot better for like a conference room space where like 6 or 8 people are trying to be picked up by a single speakerphone, where our lapels coming through YouTube sound a lot better.
For a live streaming, kind of a broadcast like this, you'd think, yeah. But we definitely, for the conference room setups, Phoenix has been a popular option for us. And
Pat's got this lapel, so it is going wirelessly over to our wireless receiver, which we're converting to USB, and just a little audio upgrade. So, we had some issues with our audio before. Our first live streams were pretty bad, honestly, and we were taking up, hopefully taking up the quality quite a bit.
That shows, a little bit each week. If we can learn as we go, so can you, type of deal.
So the very first free live streaming service that we found was YouTube Live, and it's been awesome. They're doing 1080p 60 now, which I haven't been able to test yet, but the new generation cameras that we have to offer are going to be 1080p 60, so that'll be nice. Well, you're right, actually, but we're working towards that, and so the 1080p 60 is great. YouTube Live's been really fun. The one thing we're going to do a video on is they have a ultra low latency setting now. That's what most people complained about on YouTube Live, was the latency. So they have apparently, and I've done some testing, it seems pretty good. So they have like basically a no buffer option. So instead of buffering your stream, it will just kind of like cut the frames and get right to the closest low latency potential possible. So that's really cool. That's better for optimizing like live chat. And especially if you're doing like Blab at the same time like we're doing, you definitely want to have extreme low latency. In fact, I'll just share on the Blab here the link to our YouTube so you guys can kind of see the difference. And Pat, hit the start recording just so we have this for recordings
on
later.
Blab as well.
So then you can see the difference between YouTube Live, which is 16:9 widescreen format, and then what Blab's doing here. So Yeah, so that's YouTube Live. YouTube Live's a great service. We use it all the time. I know, Steven, I know you do a lot of YouTube Live streaming like 24/7, which is something we're trying to learn how to do. We're setting up a little streaming box so we can stream to YouTube Live and other places 24/7. So, I mean, it's great. It's completely free. Only thing I haven't been able to figure out is if it's possible to tell it not to record your live streams. So if you're doing a rerun session and you don't want it to record, I haven't been able to find the ability to do that. But Dailymotion, our next one we wanted to talk about, does have a lot more capabilities than YouTube in a way. This is completely free. I don't know if you want to pull it up on your computer there. I don't know if you guys can see, but behind us in this little display here, this virtual display, is Pat's computer. So Pat can kind of pull up different videos and stuff during our live stream. And Dailymotion is free. It's definitely a good one. It's one of the best ones, honestly. And Pat, I'm going to move over just a hair so that we can see what you're doing a little better. There we go, on the Blab side. Oh, went the wrong way. Let's go the other way here. But yeah, Dailymotion's a good one. It's you can see it behind us here. It's actually a French company. So it's actually, Steven says he doesn't think you can turn off the live streaming. I think you can in Dailymotion, though. I don't know if you've checked that or not. But in Dailymotion, you can. One of the features I saw in Dailymotion that I really like is the fact that you can replace a video. So if you did do a live stream that was 24/7 or a whole bunch of reruns, and you wanted to just replace it with the actual single file, you could do that after the live stream. Which you cannot replace files on YouTube Live or YouTube at all. No. Once it's up, that's it. You can't replace it. You can't change it. So Dailymotion does definitely have some additional benefits there.
I mean, you can delete it.
You can delete it and start a new one.
That's all you can do? You can't. Well, I guess just replace a file. Well, what are you going to do? That's why it's live streaming, I guess, right?
So Dailymotion's great, and actually how I found out about Dailymotion, we'll get to this at the end here, but Joycaster.io simultaneously streams to a lot of these services, and we'll get to that in a little bit. That's not free totally. We'll talk about that too. But Dailymotion I found out about through Steven at TechBuzz and through Joycaster, which we're going to start using on our next live stream. StreamUp is a great one. Pat, why don't you pull up streamup.com? And Steven, you must love StreamUp because they have you guys front and center on the homepage like 24/7, which is great.
Whoa, that's going to give somebody a...
You got to be able to get past that.
This could be a seizure.
You have to sign it. Just sign in with Twitter. Because you're already logged in with Twitter, so you should be good. But yeah, StreamUp's great. I like it because it feels really democratic. It feels like whoever gets the most views definitely gets to the top. And Steven, with your 24/7 broadcasting, obviously you guys are way at the top there. I also just like how I don't think there are any ads on StreamUp, which is great. So I haven't seen any ads on StreamUp.
Get it started. What's the email?
It's social@HuddleCamHD.com. So I haven't seen any ads either, which is awesome. Now Dailymotion does have a good bit of ads.
Just go ahead and put that in.
Which can get a little annoying. You actually to use Dailymotion, you actually have to sign a partner contract and become one of their partners. So let's see, look right there. There's the Tech Buzz right there. Oh, it's a Jeff Adams show. Which I wanted to ask you guys the relationship there. But you can see they're doing a 24/7 like pre-recorded stream.
My browser is not supported.
Because you're using Opera.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like. It's a really good. It seems like the most fair one in my opinion. StreamUp. Then Blab we're looking at now. Pat, do you want to go ahead and pull up Blab?
Pull up my Blab.
Let's go full screen with our Blab here. So as you can see behind me, behind us, we've got our Blab, and it's basically a whole bunch of people are chatting on the right-hand side, and then people could just join in. Feel free to.
Yeah, this is more of I feel like a forum-based streaming option.
Yeah.
Right? Where I think you have a maximum of 4 people.
Yes.
It's free, but then as many people can stream you and join the talks. So I view it more as a roundtable, kind of like get 3 or 4 people together, talk about an issue. A lot of people do this, talk about the products, or it's topic based, right? So random people can join and just have a conversation about a topic while everyone else tweets about it or talks about it or whatever you'd call this live chat.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's really great, and you can have people that you didn't even think who were going to join your live stream, and you can
watch other people. You
can just go ahead and
on maybe a Friday night and join 4 people randomly streaming, talking about gaming or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure it happens all the time.
Yeah, it's right there in the.
So it's a fun one. Blab is completely free, so that's on the free side of things. Let's go ahead and go to our next one here. So that's Blab. And so that's all the free ones we could find. There's one other one called Vaughn Live. I don't know if anyone's ever used that one before. It looks like it's probably not the best one out there for sure. So that's Vaughn Live. We've looked at it. When it was hard for us to find free ones, I found Vaughn Live. But after kind of looking at YouTube Live, Dailymotion, Stream Up, and Blab, that's when we started to say, okay, these are really the best ones out there. So
looks like Steven is saying it's as bad as uLiveNow.tv.
Oh, okay, so you've seen that one. It's not very good. But it is fun that to have the chat and everything, and so many people chat on Blab, whereas with YouTube Live, we've struggled to get people to join. Although we will get to the point of Joycaster, where oh really?
Oh, yeah.
So uLiveNow.tv. He's the former moderator of JustinLive.tv. Wow, so well informed. Justin. Which was purchased by Twitch, I believe.
Yeah, I think they moved it over to a Twitch.
And I didn't include Twitch in this because Twitch and
Vaughn.
Hitbox and a couple others are just for gamers. In fact, our Hitbox account got revoked because we had nothing about gaming. So I had to kind of take it off the list.
Yeah, people don't want to.
Oh, Mark. Okay, so Mark Vaughn
was part of Justin.tv.
And now he started Vaughn Live. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
So now let's switch over to some of the more paid solutions out there. And one of the ones that a lot of people rant and rave about is the Cast, because they have really good starter options at just $25 a month. So people really seem to like the Cast. So this gives you an idea of how much the Cast costs on a regular basis. So let me go full screen with this so I can kind of show what it looks like. You can see here that oh, perfect. For starter, it's $25 a month. You get 100 gigabytes, 300 viewer hours. I like how it's viewer hours, not concurrent viewers, because I've had that problem with Tiki Live and a few others, where they want to cap you at concurrent viewers, not viewer hours.
And maybe Steven can help us with this. What would a bandwidth of around 100 gigabytes just for the beginning license? How many viewers would that get us? Do we know the answer to that question?
Yeah, I guess it depends on what they're viewing at, whether they're viewing in 720 or whether they're viewing in 1080. But
which is another good point. Make sure that you know what you're streaming at, for how long, and
The other one that we found is UStream. So UStream, I'll bring that pricing up a little bit more pricey. I don't know how these guys. I think that they're kind of dinosaurs in my opinion, because it's like, how do you charge $500 a month when there's 5 services that are free? That can do basically the same thing. And I feel like these free ones are fairly new, and like UStream and Livestream have been around for a long time, and they're used to kind of making $500 a month from their customers. And they want to charge for storage. They want to charge for bandwidth. They want to charge for all this stuff, and YouTube is giving it all away for free. So I wonder how long they're going to be able to continue to charge those prices. So that's pretty much our review of all the services there. We skipped Twitch because Twitch is mainly for gamers. We skipped Miradix because that's mainly for sports. But we do have a lot of customers using our cameras for sports, so take a look at that one if you're a sporting company or sporting.
Hey, UStream just got acquired by IBM.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
UStream is legit.
UStream is
Marty
legit.
McFadden.
Well, I mean, I guess they're yeah. Do you guys use Livestream? Because it's certainly expensive to be able to use it.
And it is. And then Steven said that at 720p, I go through about 10 gigabytes
10 gigs an hour. Wow.
So that's why they cost the money. Okay.
Yeah, because they have really good service.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's an important part.
That is important.
If it's I imagine all sorts of people are getting into this, and I think it depends on your budget, what you're doing. I'm sure IBM, if they were to stream, like a shareholder meeting, of course they'd use their own service and they'd pay themselves that money.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good point. Yeah, IBM's getting into the game now, and they're one of the biggest companies in the world. So. Well,
and as video becomes a more popular platform, I think everyone's going to get into this game. You got to compete with YouTube, and just got to be in the market, or else you're not even playing.
So Pat, open up another tab. Let's open up Joycaster. So I just wanted to finally introduce anyone who hasn't heard of this. Steven actually brought up Restream.io, which is a free service, and then Joycaster is something that yeah.
Stream live everywhere.
So what this allows you to do?
PCC optic circle.
Yeah, they got the same circle as we do. Let me put this on top here. So what it allows you to do, I don't know if you just want to look at the kind of the pricing and the plans, Pat.
Oh, yep.
But it basically allows you to stream to up to 8 CDNs at the same time. And one of the amazing things is if you start doing stuff like this, and I really feel like this is a brand new thing. Everyone I talk to has not heard about doing this. Everyone is thinking about, all right, I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to choose my CDN, and that's the end of the day. But after I saw, the Tech Buzz doing this, and a whole bunch of other people now, actually, hardly anyone's doing this, honestly. I think you guys are some of the only people doing it over at the Tech Buzz. But now you can stream to 8 CDNs at the same time. And I was talking to the CEO of Joycaster, and he's saying that, some of his customers come to him with a 75,000 person audience, and then they start streaming to 8 CDNs. Now they have a 500,000 person audience.
I mean, it makes sense as content providers, I'll put that in quotation mark, kind of move over to multiple platforms, right? Especially, you look at international, comparisons and compatibility there, right? So I don't know if Joycaster will allow people to stream to, Goku or some of the Chinese ones, or if they have other CDNs available in other areas. Where
some of them do. So that's one of the main selling points of some of these is the fact that you can do live streaming to China, for example, and that's why you would pay UStream additional money if you had systems there.
No matter where in the world. So
oh wow! So there is no firewall that can stop RTMP, even in China.
No, we'll have to see
wow,
about
that's
that.
cool.
I mean, I'm sure they try hard enough to do it. Well, if the government blocks it. And it's not just China. There are times where it's, Saudi Arabia, Turkey even shuts down Twitter from time to time, as well as YouTube. So being able to expand your footprint in an easy way, an easily managed way, will be important for content providers in the future as they kind of, expand their reach. And also people have different preferences. Some people don't like YouTube. I don't really use YouTube much, but then again, some of this stuff's just new. It's people are looking into it now.
So we're going to end with this little goodbye from Philadelphia. It's about our webinars are always 20 minutes, so we don't want to go over 20 minutes here. So it's been snowy in Philadelphia. It's not actually snowing right now, but we thought we'd end with that. In fact, a little closer to home, Downingtown is actually where we're from, over by Victory Brewing Company. Great beer, if you've ever tried it.
Yep, we always like like grabbing a pint at Old Victory there.
So thanks for watching, everybody. That's the end of our show. We will be live at 2 o'clock with PTZ Optics. So have a nice day. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll stay on Blab.
Yep. We are on Blab. What's the top part of Blab? Got mad black.
Oh, there's my cube. Okay, cool.
Daryl join.
All right.